What's up, everybody? We're here at the Scent Masters in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, about to go inside this huge place filled with like cologne heaven. Let's go in. I've never officially been in a cologne house this large. We are going to have field day in here. One of the owners of the shop. How long have you been in the cologne game?
Oh my God. You don't want me to really tell you, do you? You might think I'm old.
You're a young guy. You know, older than 30.
Right. Correct. Thank you. Welcome to the store. It's been nearly 40 years.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Started out a long time ago, of course. I've seen the business develop over the years and mature and become so sophisticated, whereas now today fragrance are a beautiful journey. And
right.
That's what we present to our customers, is a journey and an experience.
Right.
And that's what fragrances to us are all about.
When people come into your shop, how long do they tend to stay in here?
Well, so we appreciate them coming, and some of our customers will be here for 3-4 hours.
Right.
We do have customers that'll drive from Washington, D.C. just to come shop with us.
Right.
They want the experience. They'll come from Connecticut, same thing, North Jersey,
right.
New York, and of course the surrounding.
Right.
Yeah.
This place is amazing. What are some of your like key fragrances that you have in here?
Well, some of the brands that are exceptionally popular with our customers would be like the Roja Dove brand,
Okay.
the Xerjoff, and we've had a tremendous success with the Xerjoff.
Okay.
We also have Carner Barcelona, by the way, on the other wall.
Okay.
Then we've got the Montel and the Mancera lines.
Okay.
We have Bond New York.
You guys got a lot of the Bond. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course, Creed is always asked for.
Creed is always asked for.
Always asked for.
Wow.
And when it comes to some real higher end lines that are kind of real nichey, that are not nearly as popular,
Right.
And that would be a line like Memo.
Okay.
Memo is a great line. If you are a leather lover,
Right.
you have to love Memo.
Okay.
They just make some beautiful leathers.
Okay.
We have from Amman, the Amani line,
Okay.
Amouage.
Okay.
Then you got PDM, Parfum de Marly.
Yes.
We all know and love Parfum de Marly. So our list just keeps on going.
Goes on and on.
We are still developing.
Right.
We're not there. I never want to be there.
Okay.
Always want to keep on achieving, striving.
All right, we got Jaleesa here. Jaleesa, I was wondering what these egg-shaped bottles were.
So this is the House of Oud.
The House of Oud.
Yes. So they are all actually hand-painted by the maker.
Okay.
They are considered like the egg collection.
Right. Oh, it's literally called the egg collection.
As what most people would say.
Okay.
So I always use this one as our example. So since
That
they
is
paint
pretty.
them by themselves, they use the same colors
Right.
in each of the references,
Okay.
but they are different in their glazes. Like
What do
in their
these typically go
designs.
for?
They're about $260, I want to say, if I remember.
Okay.
But since we discount, we have them on a really good deal, like $174. It's
Right.
actually really good.
These bottles are beautiful. What are some of your other favorite bottles?
In the House of Oud,
Not just period in the
just
store.
in general, it would definitely be the cupcake one of the House of Sillage with the panther that sits on there with its emerald diamonds. It's just a nice,
That bottle is amazing.
beautiful presentation.
The House of Sillage. How much does that cologne go for?
Ooh, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I do want to say around 13, if not more.
Oh, it's more now.
Yeah, probably more.
About 15.
$15,000.
100.
1,500.
Oh, 1,500. 1,500. 1,500.
We're not going to break the bank. Just put a dent in it.
What's the bottle behind it?
So, if you don't mind, I'll answer that for you.
Okay.
That is American Bijan.
American Bijan.
Yep, or also known as Bijan.
Okay.
And that is the original formula in the eau de parfum, because they no longer make the eau de parfum, they only make it in the eau de toilette.
Got it.
And this is the original, and this is not a factice, this is the fragrance itself. So it
Right.
is definitely a collector's item,
And if you use it, it'll last you forever.
and more.
Yes.
Yes. You could be anointed with it when you pass away.
How much does this bottle go for?
It's not terrible. This would be $485.
Okay.
But I think the work of art, the bottle itself, is probably worth more.
I
Because
agree.
this is like sort of like, not quite museum quality, but it's a museum piece. It's something
Okay.
that you would want to come and look at and enjoy and see.
What's the most expensive bottle you guys have in the store?
Well, the most expensive bottle currently is
Is this one?
this one here.
Okay.
So we have had, from Roja Dove, we've had a couple of the fragrances that were $3,400, which we no longer have. They were sold
Right.
out. And it took a while before they did get sold, so we decided that we're not going to bring it in again unless the customer asks for it. We do honor customers' requests when they ask us for a product that we have available through our distribution channels.
Okay.
We do bring it in for them.
Would you agree or disagree that some of the Clive Christians are overpriced?
Well, I am not good enough
Okay.
to make that determination.
Right.
Overpriced, it's what one man thinks.
Right.
If I were to ask, like Roja Dove,
Mhm.
do you think your fragrances are overpriced? And he would probably say, can you reproduce what I do?
Right.
Can you do what I do?
They probably think they're underpriced. We should be
Exactly.
selling them for more.
Yeah. So it's, and this is where I have a somewhat of an issue with so much cloning. I have so much respect for these talented individuals
Okay.
that have these great, phenomenal noses. They have the concept. They put it together. They labor year after year. They study for 15 years, then they become understudies. And then we get some chemists, some guys who come out and say, oh, let me see what this is, and I'm going to put this together and that together. Not fair.
Gotcha.
Not respectful. I respect our industry very, very much. I love our industry. For me, it's all about the journey from a bottle to here, to the places it's going to take me.
Got
And
it.
that's what it's about.
Thank
for
you
me.
so much.
My pleasure.
In your personal opinion, what
Yes.
makes a cologne last longer?
Well, I've always believed that it is the ingredients, the quality of the ingredients.
Okay.
That'll make a fragrance last longer, assuming there's no DNA involved at all.
Right.
Once there's DNA involved, then there's the other factor, and that's DNA. Yours, mine, hers.
Body chemistry
Yeah.
plays a huge role.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you're getting a good, great quality fragrance, you will have a fragrance that's going to go the distance.
Right.
Having said that, there are times you do not want a fragrance that's going to last a very long time.
Because it's too heavy.
Too heavy, you may want to change, you may want
Right.
to change of pace, you may want something for the daytime to just hang out, but in the evening time, you may want to come home, take a shower, and put something else on. Something that's a more of a romantic fragrance, a close fragrance, depending on what you're doing.
Right.
So those are not the times that I want a fragrance that I have to basically peel my skin off to get rid of it. That would not be pleasant.
Okay.
So it's the mood that we want to create.
Julissa, do you believe in seasonal fragrances? Like some fragrances are for the summer, some are for the spring, some are for the winter?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Why? Like, what would make a fragrance a summer fragrance versus a winter fragrance?
Well, we tend to sweat more in the summer.
Correct.
You know, you don't want something so heavy that now it's not going anywhere. What I've experienced is winters, there's something with the cold that it just chills that fragrance down, a heavy fragrance. It just blends way better. Plus, I'm a big believer in the scent, so when I think of winter, I think of warm, snuggles, fireplace, you know.
Okay.
Women tend to go more on the floral side. Men tend to go on the citrus side.
Right.
Softer for summer. Like, you don't want to wear red tobacco from Mancera on a 100-degree day.
Okay.
You know, it's just going to linger. It's never going to dry down. Like, you know, it's just going to stick with you.
Got it.
Then your sweat comes in. Then it might actually make the fragrance turn not in a good way.
Okay. So you guys are saying you want to wear something more light and citrusy in the spring and the summer, and wear something heavier in the fall and the winter?
Yeah, more like spicier in the winter, more like a nice amber or a tonka bean. They tend to be more heavier. Most men, they do tend to go more with like Elysium, Mephisto. They're more that bergamot, softer, not overpowering.
Okay.
Like Ramon Monegal's Alhambra Oud.
Okay.
It's more on that heavier side, leans more winter.
Right.
But we also do know customers that they can hold a heavy perfume in 100-degree weather, but their body chemistry changes that whole fragrance. It makes it
Right.
soft. So it goes back to body chemistry plays a huge role.
What something smells like on you may smell completely
Absolutely.
differently on me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
And I would also like to point out that the first rule of the rule is every rule is meant to be broken.
Right.
So what's good for one individual, I have literally shipped fragrances to our customers in Florida that were so heavy and they wanted it in the midst of summer.
Okay.
Blew my mind, but they had a reason for it.
Right.
And it's just the way the fragrances act on them. Coupled with the climate, they said, hey, this thing goes on all day long. If some of them put a light fragrance on, it actually won't stay that long. I mean, typically, citruses are not very, very long lasting.
Correct.
By design.
Right.
But when a customer wants something that's just going to perform and perform, we have a pretty safe idea as to where we're going to, what direction we're going to recommend for them.
Okay. One final question for you. So we talk a lot in the cologne world about notes, top note, heart note, base note, and a lot of the common ingredients that you do see are like patchouli, bergamot. How would you describe those? Like, what would you say are like the main ingredients that you see in a lot of colognes, and where do they come from?
Well, so we find it depends on who the designer is.
Okay.
And there are some designers that tend to use a lot more patchouli. That's part of their DNA. There are some designers who will use more ambers. So it's a question of creativity for us. I cannot get into the designer's head,
Right.
but I do know that he has an agenda. Maybe it came to him in his dream, maybe he just thought of it,
Right.
and he says, oh, this would be fantastic.
Okay.
How do I create it? And then he goes to his workshop and he says, in order for me to achieve the end result,
Right.
I think I'm going to do this with this, coupled with this, and blend it together, and I might achieve it. But if I don't, I will know what I need to change. Because one, his nose is so great,
Right.
and he's talented. So that's what we see
Nice.
happen often.
Nice.
For some people, a fragrance is just pick it up, spray it on, walk out the door. We have customers that prior to leaving the house, prior to even right after getting up in the morning, they've already decided what they're going to wear. But they chose it purposefully. What are they doing? Where are they going? Who are they going to be with? What's the climate like today? So what am I wearing?
Right.
So all these things come into play.
Fragrance is also very memorable, though, too.
Right.
Very, very memorable.
All right, Jaleesa. I'm an alien, and this is my first time on Earth. I never even heard of cologne. You're going to recommend 3 of your top colognes that I have to have. Go.
Well,
I know one of them.
every man should smell like Pegasus, Parfum Z Marley. I don't know what it is, but it is such a nice masculine scent.
Okay.
That is by far one of them.
That's one.
Italica, it is a unisex. It does lean a little bit more feminine,
Okay.
but men love it just as much. It's
Okay.
a great gourmand.
Okay. And 3. Make a decision.
It would have to be right now Alhambra Oud by Ramon Monegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Roger, I'm an alien. I just came to the Earth for the first time. I never even heard of cologne. Top 3 colognes you want to introduce me to?
Well, I would definitely recommend Amouage, their Silver Oud.
Okay.
I like those dark, heavier fragrances.
Okay.
And Amouage is Tobacco Royale, or is it Royal Tobacco?
Royale Tobacco.
Royal Tobacco. I love that fragrance as well.
Okay.
Another fragrance I think that is a must-have is going to be from Montal, and that is going to be the Arabian Tonka.
Okay. Okay.
Arabian Tonka. I think these are going to be very diverse fragrances. You're going to enjoy. Of course, bear in mind, Mr. Alien, I'm pushing my tastes on you.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So that's what I would have.
Got
What do
it.
you normally lean to, though? That's one main question that we do ask our customers,
Right.
what you prefer.
So I personally lean to the citrusy, floral side,
Okay.
fresh side of the fragrance wheel.
Okay, so, I mean, it kind of changes a little bit. Like, I would
Yeah,
recommend,
but-
like, Dolce Amalfi by Gerjoff.
Okay.
Hasivat, of course.
Hasivat, yeah.
Okay.
If you like that freshness, the Wulong Cha gives you that tea.
Got it.
Memo's Fire and Ice series, the Winter Palace.
Yep,
Okay.
for
Very,
sure.
very nice.
Centra from Memo,
Yep.
for sure.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you very much.
And don't
for
forget
having
Oud
us.
Lemon Mint.
Yeah.
Say it
Because
again.
that
What's
Oud
it
Lemon
called?
Mint
Oud Lemon Mint.
From
by
Sarah.
Sarah.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you having us here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming in.
We just purchased a lot of new fragrances here at the Scent Masters in Lancaster, PA. Raj, thank you for everything.